Hello everybody, welcome to today's video, where I'll be guiding you through one of the most difficult, but also useful mods in AutoMods 10, Mystical Agriculture. This video is for you if you're just getting started with AutoMods 10, or if you're having trouble with Mystical Agriculture, because it can be very confusing at times. With all that said, let's get into the video. So to map out the progression of this video, I'll first give a short summary of everything you can hope to gain from Mystical Agriculture, and then I'll go over the basics of how to get started, and finally give you some tips and tricks to make your Mystical Agriculture experience a little bit easier. So this mod allows you to create crops that can produce almost any resource in the game, including ores, mob drops, and even some unique items. It's incredibly useful for automating resource gathering and can significantly enhance your gameplay experience. So to start out, you're going to want to go mining. We're going to try to find two main resources, Inferium ore and Prosperity ore, as these are the two resources we're going to be using a lot starting out. So this is an Inferium ore, and when you mine it, it'll drop Inferium essence. And right over here, we have Prosperity ore. When you mine that, it'll drop Prosperity shards. You're going to want to gather as many of these resources as you can, as we're going to use them a lot starting out. Now that we have our resources, let's see what we can do with them. First, we're going to want to craft a few basic items to help us get started with Mystical Agriculture. For starters, we're going to want to craft the Prosperity seed base, which is needed to craft every single type of seed NMA. To craft this, we're going to need 4 Prosperity shards, and 1 wheat seed, which you can get from simply breaking grass. To craft it, we're going to combine them in a crafting table like so, and we're going to get our Prosperity seed base. Next, we're going to craft the Inferium seed, which is again another simple crafting recipe, which you craft by putting 1 wheat seed in the center and surrounding it with 8 Inferium essence, and we're going to get the seed like so. Now, to start passively generating resources, you're going to want to till farmland and then plant your Inferium seed. And you will now start passively generating Inferium essence over time. Now to craft every single type of seed except for the Inferium seeds, you're going to need an Inferium setup, which you can see behind me. As you can see here, we have an altar surrounded by 8 pedestals. It may look complicated, but it's actually incredibly easy to make. This is the recipe for the infusion altar. You're only going to need 4 stone, 2 gold, and a red wool. And then for the pedestals, you're going to need 2 stone, 2 gold, and a red wool. So you're going to want to make 1 infusion altar and then 8 infusion pedestals and put them in a star like this. And then once you've created this, we can start crafting special seeds. So the way you make special seeds is you take a Prosperity seed base and you put it in the center, and then you put differing items in the 8 altars depending what you want to make. So for a good starter example, I am going to make a wood base. So you're going to take 8 oak logs, place them like this, 4 Inferium essence, place them like this, and then to actually do the transformation, you need some sort of redstone signal. To do that, I just do a button, and so you're just going to hit the button, and it'll do a whole little animation, and then you're going to get your wood seeds. And just like that, you have wood seeds, and you made your first special seed.